Hey guys, my name is Sean, and once again we are back on Planet Base. I'm going to be loading up the previous save, and we are going to continue with our base. Now once again, as I said in my first video, I'm a very new YouTuber, and I would love it if you could leave a like and a comment about if you want to see different things, and if you want me to maybe try and improve my quality, stuff like that. Leave it in the comments and I'll see what I can do about it. And I very much appreciate if you subscribe. Okay, down to business. Last time we left off, we had built this little bit of a base, and we'd nearly finished this with the rest of this. We also got our first trading ship in, which is just waiting for the resources. So we are going to continue. Hopefully my biologist will keep looking after the plants because they're not very healthy right now. So I'm going to quickly fast forward time a little bit so that we can get this done here and maybe get another ship in. Not going to be too much different stuff happening this episode because we're starting off fairly new, and this is really the slow part of the game. So don't expect to see the base like double or triple in size. I may extend it slightly, but it's not going to be like anything major big. Hopefully they're going to be able to make the metal enough to make this and finish this off. I'm just going to check what I've Commerce Trader. No, that's all good. Now if any of you are looking to pick this up for yourself, it is on Steam and you can get it. We just got a colony ship with a biologist. Oh yeah, and I didn't tell you this before, but each person, when they go outside in their spacesuit, they have colours on so you can tell what the difference is. So you can see what the difference is between them. Like blue is worker, green is biologist, orange is engineer, red is medic, I believe. I'm not sure what guard is though, because I think that's the only other one. Yeah, I'm not sure what guard is, but worker is blue, biologist green, engineer orange, medic red, but I'm not sure what the guard is. And also visitors are purple, because you can get visitors when you start to expand the base really big. Doesn't look like we're having any issues with the base at the moment. Well, we got this complete at least. So don't expect to see too much happening, but I'm just going to see what I can do with our base. We are on fast mode right now, so if it looks like it's going a bit quick, you know why. Your bots, as I said before, will break down, but your engineers, as before, will come and repair them. You can see engineer orange. It's a lot easier to see when it gets night time, but you can still see it in the day. So it looks like we've got a surplus of ore right now. And a little bit of starch, which means we can continue making resources. As I said in the last episode, your main resource is metal, bioplastic. If there's anything you would like to know about the game, like any questions you have, leave them in the comments and I will see if I can answer them. The game is not very happy with me lately. The game does not like me for some reason. We've got another train ship. Sometimes you can see what they're trading by the logo on the side of them. Some of them are just, they carry a little bit of everything. And then to buy a little bit of bioplastic. Oh, that's just, now that is really teasing me. That is teasing me. How much would that, oh, 300, no. Okay, I'm going to sell a little bit of my ore so I can get this. Yeah, I have enough credits. So all the trader ship's going to be waiting for is the 3 ore, because credits transfer immediately. There's no wait on them, nothing. they transfer immediately. Power seems to be stable for the moment, getting around to about a third of the battery. You always want to check your energy, because if you run out at night, nothing will work. The oxygen generator won't work, nothing will. So I'm also going to want to build a wind turbine, which I would like to build big because it produces the most power and is more efficient. The wind turbine can work day or night, as you would expect, but it only works as you would expect if there's wind. Solar panel only works in day, so if you've got both of them, then most of the time the wind turbine will be on for most of the time. This guy's crazy. He's having to sleep outside. Where was that meteor? Even though the meteor might be far away, it will still sound very close. See, look, it was all the way down here, and it sounded very close. Wow, this game is not happy with me for some reason. 3 meters right around my vicinity. Okay, well, that could be problematic. The good thing is though, there is a way to counter that anti-meteor laser. Now, some of the planets, like the blue planet, or if you would say the ice planet, they don't have meteors, sandstorms, solar flares. It's just you start off with less resources, less people, less bots. It's just a lot harder. But they don't have as many disasters. This planet has sandstorms, meteors, and I believe solar flares. For solar flares, you want the control center, so you can put it on red alert, which you can see here. Security. You can put it on red alert, but if you don't have a security center, you can't do that. So I am going to put down a security center, and we just got another worker. That's always great. I'm probably going to be doing this one for 20 minutes, somewhere around that. See, sandstorm imminent. I would want to close that off so that person will turn around and not come out. Open it up so the bot can go in. No, you stupid bot. See, this is where you need a control center, just so you can get the bot, everyone in before, because they do take damage. Sorry, I'm a little bit jittery. I will probably be like that for a while. As it says down here, security, you can put it on alert and stuff like that. Since I don't have the security center built, I cannot do that. This would be great for wind power though. Okay, now since everyone's inside mostly, I believe, but I've got 2 people over there, I'm going to leave the airlock closed, so that way no one will go outside while it's sandstorming. That's the best way. If there's a sandstorm and you don't have a control center, that's the best way to do it, because otherwise it can be a bit problematic. I do have people in there, but hopefully they will stay in there. People will start to get sad, as you can see. One way to counter that is to put in the canteen a couple of TV screens. It does help them. Or you could also put in maybe a few potted plants. That helps as well. I only put one in. And if you wanted to do something new, you could also put a couple of trees in, as I said in my last episode. It will help in the way of oxygen. So if this is a little bit far away from the oxygen generator and it doesn't have full oxygen, like you can see there's a little bit of room there, then it will help it a bit, because the trees produce like 2 oxygen, or 2 people's worth of oxygen. So if you've got 2 people in the room, they'll use up 1 tree's oxygen. And they also give happiness, but people will not use it as much. Like, they won't go back to it all the time. They'll go back to it every now and then, but they're not going to use it every single time they're feeling sad. so you got to make sure you vary it a little bit. Okay, am I still on fast forward mode? Okay, now since the storm has pretty much stopped, I can open the airlock back up. My people are still working in the mines very hard, which is good, always good. I'm going to speed the game up to 4 times again. Also, sometimes this would take 4 of each, but see, it only says 2 of 2, and there's only 1 metal but 2 bioplastic. There is a little glitch in the game where sometimes resources outside will, you won't be able to see them. They're still there, you just won't be able to see them. That happens with bots as well. Sometimes, like, they disappear and you just see floating crates in the air. It does that sometimes. I don't know why, but it's like a little glitch. So if you ever do see like a floating box, or you've put like 2 metal here, but you only see 1, then you know why. I've had that a couple of times and I wondered what it was, but I figured it out. We have got plenty of food, so I'm actually gonna put another meal maker in. How can I put another? Sorry about that. We've got another trader. This one carries ores and stuff. Oh yes, I'll grab. I don't really need any of it, so I'm going to dismiss him. If you don't need stuff, you don't have to talk to him, you can just dismiss him, you don't have to trade it with him. As I said before, if there's any questions you would like to ask me, or if you want to know where to buy the game, then just tell me, and I'll probably put a description saying where you can buy it. And if there's anything you're wondering about it, like what does stuff do, just ask me and I'll tell you. Just leave it in the comments. Also, if you're wondering why I'm building storage, you might not have heard in the last episode, I think I said it, but if stuff doesn't get in storage and it just stays outside, it slowly degrades. As you can see, this starts at full and it's gone down a fair amount. If it reaches to 0, it just disappears. As you can see, some have different things, like this will last for a while, high durability, but others not as much. As you can see, as I said, there is a metal there, it's just invisible, so you've got floating one but one underneath. I do believe sometimes it slows you down even though you don't want it to. It may do that because it looks like it did. Got plenty of food though, so don't need to worry about that. You always need to worry about the food, power, water. There's a lot of stuff you've got to worry about. If you've got plenty of it, like you built several of these, but if you've got a small base like mine, then obviously you won't need to worry about it for quite some time, but it's always good to just check, just see how it goes. Like, I've got plenty of water right now. The water does fluctuate, like I've had before where I'm using like 4.5 and I've been producing 7.5, and then like the next day I'm running low on water because it's like dropped in how much it's producing. It varies quite a bit. Right now we're just waiting for the last of the resources to build this and this. This is the control centre if you're wondering. Sometimes it is better if you put these on low priority, because my workers are filling this up when my driller bot could be doing it. Because I believe I do have it. Yeah, I have a driller bot somewhere. I don't know where he is though. I know I do have one. Yep, there he is. He's in mine. It is better if you put it on normal priority rather than high, because sometimes workers will prioritise stuff like that. Got another trader ship. This can be good, medical trader. You'd always want to take a little bit of medicine when you can get it if you're running a bit low on it. Since I've got so much food, I'm going to trade him a load of food. And I'm going to trade him a couple more so I can get a few credits. Credits are always handy, just in case you need them. So all he's waiting for is 17 food. Since I've got plenty of it, might as well. And the control centre is built, but you need a connection. You can't put stuff in it until you have the connection built. I have no clue why you can't just plan it out, but for some reason it does that. Also, sometimes it's better to shut things off so workers will go to a different thing. It sometimes works, but not all the time. Why is there so many meteors? Yeah, in this one thing, it may seem harder because of all the disasters, but trust me, it is not. This one is actually quite a bit easier. As we slowly do get to like where if you want, where you can comment and say, I think the base is big enough now, then I will move on to the next planet. And there will probably, when I start moving on, there will probably be maybe a few restarts. Wow, another one. Engineer, that's always nice and handy. Engineer's always handy because if you don't have a bot like I have, then it's down to just your people. Now in the control centre you can have an armoury which you can store guns in, as I explained before. You have a security console which you can have, this basically just monitor suspicious activity, as it says up there in the structures. The radio console, you can build a what's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but hold on, I need to know what this is called. Sorry, I will probably do stuff like this. It's called a radio antenna, and it will monitor that, and you will get incoming frequencies which you can accept, and there will be like miners who are injured, and they will ask if you will help them. If you do, they will give you a certain amount of credits each. So it's always best to have at least 2 or 3 of these, because one only does 50% of the time. So I'll put 2 in, and you also have a telescope console, which if you get the anti-meteor laser, you need them to actually spot them. I believe that's what it does. It's always good to have an armoury in here, because if you've got guns and no guards, it will just go straight in there. But as soon as you get this up on operational, you'll want to go to your landing pad and put at least 5% on the guards. 5% is a good number. You get quite a few actually, even though it is on 5%. I've had quite a few before. Probably because the amount you get, like loads of colony ships coming. Even though they only carry 1 or 2 people on this small landing pad, they come in quite frequently. Whereas in the next planet, they don't nowhere near as much. I think they like cut the time in half, maybe. I'm not really sure, but I mean not cut the time in half, like they double the time, I think. Okay. What I'm also going to do is, since I've got that operational, I'm going to put a radio antenna out here. It is best to do a large one, as you'd expect. So I'm going to put that over here. This will get at least 50% of all communications, and it is always good to have the extra credits, because I've had so many before where I can just trade them, or I can just trade like a load of credits rather than having to trade any of my important materials. And this trader doesn't really have anything that I need, so I'm going to dismiss him. And I think that is around all the time we have. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We haven't done too much here. Oops, sorry. But next episode I will probably do a bit more. We'll get some stuff finished. And leave a like and a comment if you want to. And I will see what I can do. And I will see you all next time. Bye!